Today is November 6th, and this is the Citrus TV Now. I'm Isabella Galan. Here are today's top stories. Last night, all major networks announced Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. In a remarkable political comeback, the former president flipped the blue wall and its 44 electoral votes, turning southern battleground states red. The 45th president will now become the 47th, becoming only the second president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. Last night marks the first time the Republican candidate won the popular vote in over 20 years. Trump defeated Vice President Kamala Harris, who called to concede and openly accepted election results just minutes ago in her speech at Howard University. He will become the first convicted felon to win a presidential election, with pending court cases likely to be dismissed. Donald Trump will return to our nation's highest office after a 2-month transition period as president-elect. And right here in New York, Democratic State Senator John Mannion won the 22nd congressional district seat last night, defeating Republican incumbent Congressman Brandon Williams. Mannion will be the first Democrat to represent the Syracuse area since Congressman Dan Maffei lost and left office in 2015. Now moving upstate, voters across the nation traveled to Rochester yesterday to place their I voted stickers on the grave of suffragette Susan B. Anthony. The president of the Susan B. Anthony Museum, Deborah Hughes, says at the heart of Susan B. Anthony's being was this idea that this democracy could succeed. And to her, it had to be a government of, by, and for the people, for all people. She spent her lifetime working to get more of the people to the ballot box. And Proposition 1, known as the Equal Rights Act by Democrats, passed with a majority vote last night in New York. The ballot proposition enshrines abortion in the state's constitution, ensuring equal protection of law with disregard to race, age, and gender identity. New York joins 7 other states protecting abortion rights since the Supreme Court's decision with Roe v. Wade in 2022. Republicans retook the Senate last night for the first time in 4 years, flipping seats in Ohio, Montana, and West Virginia. The GOP will have major power in confirming the presidential cabinet and any Supreme Court justices given a vacancy. Control of the House of Representatives is still up for grabs. And coming up, a magical New York tradition. The Canadian Pacific holiday train chugs into 7 CNY towns. Stay with us.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Canadian Pacific holiday train will be making its way through 7 upstate New York towns for its annual Jolly Journey to Canada. The railway raises donations for those struggling with food insecurity through light displays, live music shows, and holiday treats. Tickets are free, and this full schedule can be found at the link at the bottom of your screen. And speaking of holidays, the holiday season is coming up, and with that usually comes some colder temperatures. But you know who knows a little bit more about that and if we can expect colder temperatures here in Syracuse is weather anchor Spencer Congel. Spencer?
You would expect some colder temperatures, especially now that we're in November, but yesterday was a very warm 76 degrees, and today still not that much cooler at 66 degrees right now. It was a bit higher earlier. We did see some light showers throughout the day, mostly in the morning, now just cloudy. And the temperatures will be dropping a little bit as we move into the evening, but only down to the low 50s, a low of 52 overnight, and it'll stay cloudy. There won't be any rain. However, these temperatures aren't getting too much lower in the next couple of weeks. We're only going to be down into the 50s for our high temperatures consistently for the next week or so. But we are expecting some of those snow-bringing 30-degree temperatures later in the month of November once things start to cool off. It is definitely a little bit later this year that we're reaching those colder temperatures, but they're coming here in central New York. That's all I've got for now. Isabella?
Thanks, Spencer. I'm glad those temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer for a little while longer. But that's all the time that we have for you today on Citrus TV Now. For more of the latest, follow us at Citrus TV News on X and Instagram. I'm Isabella Galan, and the news will continue in an hour with Cora Maricosta and Dylan Brendel. Have a great night, Syracuse.